Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the Tuesday DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day is the 8th at Charlestown, 6.5 furlongs, two-turn race. It's the $35,000 Ranson Handicap, and let's meet the field. The morning line favorite on the far outside is the number 9, Peppy Nose, perhaps best known for finishing second in the Grade 2 Ranson as a 2-year-old way back in 2009. But this horse off the $10,000 claim in August has gotten pretty good.
Best remembered for that by who?
By me.
Outside of you.
Well, only because you have the lifetime Formulator past performances.
Sure. I like Peppy Nose a lot as a racehorse. We'll see what he can do in here. Obviously, he comes in here in pretty good form, and he handles this track just fine, so I wouldn't worry about the 2-turn 6.5 for him either, but he did not get a good post in this race, and I don't think it'll be 3-1 at post time, but I would never take that short a price on him.
There's a lot of speed in this race, I think, and it might set things up for the horse that finished directly behind Peppy Nose most recently, the number 8, Lightly Wound, who has run well at Charlestown in the past. Only start 2 starts back, got the job done from off the pace, might get a similar trip here.
He was much the best in that race, 2 starts back as well. I liked his last race at Penn. I know he was behind Peppy Nose that day, but you know what? I happen to think that if you reverse the trips that those 2 horses got in that race, that Lightly Wound might well, in fact, have won that race. I think he ran better considering the trip that he got in there. He's another horse who I think he has a chance in this race. I would want a lot better price than 5-1 that the morning line has him if I was going to use him, but I thought he might drift a little bit. He's a horse that I want to include somewhere.
The number 6, Golden Set, 8-1, might arguably be one of the class horses of this race. Hasn't been seen since finishing second behind the Charlestown Lover, Lucy's Bob Boy. That race was way back in November, going 1 1/8, but he's run very well at 6.5, and he fits extremely nicely from a class standpoint.
I mean, just in a lot of ways, I just think he's the best horse in the race, Dan. You do have that little, 3+ month layoff that you're dealing with here, so we'll see what we get from him. Boy, I can't believe he would be the 8-1 the morning line thinks he would be. I would just bet him if he was that price. I wouldn't even think twice about it. I think he'll take more money. I just think he's the best horse in the race, and he's in a really good spot here.
Attractive Ride, second most recently on February the 11th, has been in decent form for trainer Hugh McMahon. The question is this 16-time winner good enough?
Yeah, I don't know that he is. There's a lot of speed in this race, too, and he feels like a horse who wants to be up close. Between he and Burnt Offering, the horse that he's been squaring off against in his last couple starts, I didn't think either one of those 2 horses had that much of a chance in here.
You and I landed on the same horse. We're both going with the number 1, Marchwood. Marchwood was very game most recently at Mountaineer, first start off the claim. Battled all the way throughout with a very sharp horse, Go Duco. Now, they did run 1, 2, 3 around the track in that race, but Marchwood looked like he was beat. He dug in very gamely, won by 2. The question is, how is he going to handle this strange bull ring configuration, but at least he draws a very nice post.
He got a great post, and we'll see. I guess the 2 turns could be a little question for him, but I think he's going to fall into a pretty good trip here because he's not the kind of horse who needs to be on the lead. Last time, as you point out, I mean, that was just a nice step forward, I thought, first off the claim. The horse that he dueled away in there, Go Duco, that horse was 3-5. He was pretty impressive when there was. I thought he'd fall into a good trip. I think he'll drift off that morning line price. I'm going to bet this horse.
Marchwood is our top selection for the Tuesday DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day. If you're playing at home, why not try DRF Bets? You get access to DRF past performances, DRF Plus, and a $125 cash bonus. Enjoy the Tuesday Race of the Day. We're going with the 1 Marchwood in the 8th at Charlestown.